All right. I think we're off. Everything's counting down. Music's playing. Lights are red, which means we're on. Welcome to episode 33 of season 1 of the show. We are your hosts. My name is Gerard, joined by my baby brother, and we are the hosts of the GAJ podcast. Welcome one, welcome all. We're the creators. We're the hosts of the GAJ podcast. And if you've ever been with us before, especially in the earlier episodes, you probably realize that we've been missing somebody for a while. We're actually only 2/3 of the crew. One guy is missing. His name is JR. And unfortunately, he's still being held captive by the evil Cybertrucks. We do hope to have him back sooner rather than later, but as we all know, things got to go the way they got to go, and whenever he is able to join us again, we will welcome him back with open arms. But until then, we keep going. As I mentioned, this is season 1, episode 33, and we are titling this episode Mom's Spaghetti. I will get into that in a little bit. Alex, give me a check real quick. How's the background music? Is it a little too loud? Is it okay?
Too loud. It's probably going to drown out the voices. Yep.
Let's turn it down a little bit so you folks out there in podcast land can hear our voices a little bit louder, a little bit clearer, and I'll just go ahead and apologize for that now. Anyway, we like to do a little subscriber checkup whenever we start our shows. So I'm going to bring up something for you guys to look at. We're going to share screen, window, that one, share. And now you should see our YouTube stats. We have gotten, looks like 51 views in the last 28 days. Still stuck on 12 subscribers, but the watch time's up, views are up, so I'll take it. We're still kind of doing a lot of fine-tuning and just, quite frankly, learning how to play this game, so when we feel a little more comfortable, we'll probably go into a little more proactive outreach to people to see if we can attract more viewers and hopefully more ideas. Right now we're only on YouTube and Spotify. As you can see in Spotify, we're still on 6 subscribers. Looks like in the past 7 days we've had exactly an audience of exactly 1. So yeah, crushing it. But yeah, that's our subscriber watch this week. If you've been with us before, thank you for coming back. If you're new to the show, we'd love it if you would consider being a subscriber. Maybe even leave a comment with a wavy emoji so that we know you're there. And if you really like us, hit that notification bell so you know when our new episodes are being released. And you can share ideas with us on what you'd like to see us do, talk about, share with you from us. We'd like to have a few things go somewhat consistently. That one of those being the Ashley cameo challenge. She's kind of I don't know, what do you want to call her? Member 0.25 of the crew. She makes a cameo every now and again. We work different schedules, so she doesn't always get to show up. But when she does, we'd like for you to say hi to her in the comments. Type in "Hi Ashley," timestamp, wavy emoji, whatever. And we'll have her shout you out next time she is on the show. All right, moving on to our normal segment. What's for dinner? Alex, what'd you have for dinner tonight, or recently? That was...
Oops, sorry, I was on mute.
Notable. Right on.
I was on mute while you're going through the whole Google shit, and here's the email and all that other intro shit.
Yeah.
But brought back a classic with my chicken nugget sandwich. This time
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
like it.
put my expired sriracha sauce on it because I want to use my sriracha sauce before it goes bad. When it goes bad, I'll know because I'll probably get sick.
I was gonna say, is it actually expired or like kind of coming up on that date?
It expired a couple months ago.
Oh, I feel
It
like
hit
you're
the
okay.
expiration date a couple months ago. You know, that's actually just a kind of a guideline.
I feel like
They
that's
usually
more of a
stay better.
suggestion than
Yeah.
a requirement.
Unless it's frozen and it hasn't, you kept it not frozen, then I think it's all right.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I think condiments like that, they have the expiration date. I think they're still pretty good for a little while. Half the time it just says sell by. Well, some of them do say use by. So take that for what it's worth. But, I mean, anymore, especially condiments, there's so many preservatives. I mean, if you go a little bit past that expiration date, I feel like you're probably going to be okay. If anything, you're just strengthening your your immune system. So call it training if you want to do that. Cool. Chicken nugget sandwich, classic for Alex. Again, if you've been here before, you know that's fair. Did you put anything cool on it? Barbecue sauce, mayonnaise,
Sriracha,
ranch?
expired sriracha
Oh,
sauce.
sriracha,
Like I
duh.
said.
You just said that. You just said that. So when you use sriracha sauce, do you ever put cheese on your sandwich also, or
I always
do you
put cheese
stick
on
to
it.
cheese?
Cheese and
Oh.
arugula, and mayonnaise.
Ooh, okay. How do you like cheese? Like, I don't know. I'm not a big like sriracha on something with cheese fan. I feel like I've probably done it before, but it's not something that I'm just like, ooh, cheese and sriracha. For
I
sure.
think it would be either, but I had expired sriracha sauce and I wanted to use it, so I said, let's
Fair
still
enough.
put it in everything. Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties, so I might pop out for.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
I can't see anything,
Uh-oh.
so I'm gonna.
Whoops. We lost Alex. We're still on the What's for Dinner segment, so while he's working on his technical issues, which, by the way, apparently he just fixed.
Okay, I'm good.
Well, I was about to share my dinner. I had spaghetti and meatballs. It was delicious. It's actually leftovers from last night because Ashley, we had some stuff that we're trying to use up, and she realized that we haven't had spaghetti and meatballs in a long time, and I really like spaghetti and meatballs. So she made spaghetti and meatballs. Like I said, it was freaking delicious. It's one of my, as far as easy meals, it's one of my favorites. But it is so very high carb and high sodium and all that stuff. I rarely ever get to eat it. So it was a very nice treat. And because there's leftovers, I'm probably going to have it a couple more times over the next week. So what's for dinner?
Pack out those carbs.
What's that?
Pack out those carbs.
Might as well. It's wintertime, I guess. You might have noticed in the title of the show, I dubbed this episode Mom's Spaghetti. Obviously, you already saw my dinner. I had spaghetti and meatballs. Someone else who chimed in this week, again, contributing to our show, supporting her sons. Mom came in with this. Looks like it's homemade, well, not homemade, but I don't actually know what it is. It's shrimp and peas. Hang on. I have a message from her telling me exactly what it is, so let me find that. I forgot and I closed it. Looks like it is... Oh, she did make it. Shrimps with string beans, broccoli, pea pods, and lima beans. So very healthy. Very low carb, and quite frankly, it looks pretty good. What do you think?
It's food.
It's food. Would you eat it?
What did your mom have? Hey, for people out there in podcast land, what did your mom have for dinner?
Oh, you're reading my mind, bro. Yeah. So I'm gonna have a new banner next week, and we're gonna make this a regular thing. It's gonna be called. In fact, we might just rename the whole segment "Mom Spaghetti." Basically inviting not only while we're sharing our dinner with you and our mother's dinner, why don't you share what you're having for dinner with us? Send it to us. Shoot us an email with a picture. Title it Mom Spaghetti. Tell us what you're having, and we will hopefully have time to show it on the show. And by the way, in case you're wondering what's on the side here, those are like ube buns, I guess. I used to call them buche when we were kids, but I don't know exactly what they're called. She just said it's ube and ube filled sesame buns, which she got at a Chinese bakery near her. Looks pretty delicious. I would try it. Ironically, I'm not, even though I'm Filipino, I'm not a huge ube fan, but
I'm not either.
It's starting to grow on me. I like it.
I like ube ice cream. Ube itself, not my thing.
Yeah. Do you recognize these? Like, I'm used to it having like that bean curd in it.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Oh.
I've seen it. It's just somebody I really don't eat, so
yeah, I hear you.
Bother to learn what it is.
By the way, I guess I did make a little banner for it. Mom's Spaghetti. There it is, Mom's Spaghetti. So
speaking of Mom's
spaghetti, she just had a healthier dinner than myself.
But speaking of Mom's Spaghetti, the original Mom's Spaghetti, Eminem, he's in the news.
Yeah. Slim Shady is going to be a grandpa. Is that what we're referring to?
No, actually, I think he's at a Kamala Harris rally.
So no kidding.
He brought out, who was that guy's name? Barack Obama.
Oh, right on. So he's jumping in the ring, or not jumping in the ring, but speaking out or publicly endorsing a candidate. Okay.
Yeah, and he did it last time too.
Did he? I don't even remember him doing it last time.
Yeah. So you got people on the right going, "Oh, he's so washed up. Oh my god, I hate Eminem." Kind of like when she'll probably have a tweet from Donald Trump saying, "I hate Eminem."
Yeah, who cares?
I hate Eminem.
You know what? If Eminem came to Kansas City and tickets were available and I could actually afford them, I would 100% want to go see Eminem.
I think I would. Well, yeah, it depends on how much it costs.
Look,
how long it
is. The greats are the greats. I would love to go see Eminem. I'd love to go see Snoop. I'd love to go see, well, maybe not Diddy, but anyway, you catch my drift, everybody.
No, Diddy's not even close to being being in the conversation for being.
No, it was purely for the humor value of it, for entertainment value. That was 100% just kidding about that. But yeah, I mean, I tried to sneak in just a couple of years ago. I tried to sneak into a Elton John was in town, and I tried to sneak in. I was not successful. But I would still, he doesn't perform anymore. So unfortunately, I made an attempt. Wasn't successful, but I would have loved to have seen Elton John perform, because that man is a showman, whether you like it or not. But yeah. Anyway, that's What's for Dinner / Mom Spaghetti. I think we're just going to change that segment. What do you guys think? If you're watching the show, drop a comment or shoot us an email with your opinion. Should we just change the What's for Dinner segment, the name of it, to Mom Spaghetti altogether? Or should we kind of split that up into 2 sub-segments? Let us know in the comments. Alex, what's your vote?
Maybe even ask, do you want us to keep talking about what we ate for dinner?
Yeah, that too. Guys, we are open to suggestions. If you have an opinion about our What's for Dinner segment, whether it's Mom Spaghetti or not, let us know. If it's stupid, let us know. Maybe, we'll come up with another idea. Anyway, somebody just walked in the room. I think she'd like to say hi. Would you like to say hi?
Yeah.
Tell Alex what you had for dinner.
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
I made a Mediterranean chickpea salad. That was delicious, and I ate it with some baked chicken and kale. It was lovely.
I don't know what you think, bro, but what's for dinner doesn't sound as gross when she's describing her dinner versus when we're describing our dinners.
No, she did say kale though.
What?
She did say kale.
It was good. It was like chickpeas with like roasted red peppers and artichoke hearts and Kalamata olive. It was delicious. What'd you have?
I had a chicken nugget sandwich.
A chicken nugget sandwich.
Yeah.
Well,
awesome.
I
With
mean, I
no
guess
kale. I had arugula in it though.
Oh, see, I like arugula a lot. So it was just like it's like a crispy chicken sandwich, just a lot of little crispy chickens.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
It is pretty good.
What did you have?
Leftover spaghetti and meatballs.
Mom's spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
I made that
Well,
spaghetti.
not
and
mom's
meatballs.
spaghetti, your spaghetti.
I made it. It was pretty good though. I was pretty proud of myself.
It was pretty good.
And they were just frozen meatballs
Yep.
that I put in the air fryer.
Nothing too crazy.
It was good.
It was good
It
though.
was good. Oh. All right. Well, have a good week, Alex.
All right, thank you. You too.
I'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Enjoy the kale.
Thank you. Did she already eat?
Yep.
I brought you dinner too. Well,
Cool. I might have second dinner then. In case you're wondering why I said that, Ashley mentioned that she works at a very nice restaurant, and she said she brought home some food for me, so I might have second dinner after we're done recording. You should be jealous. You're probably not, but it's okay.
it's pork piccata.
Pork what?
Piccata.
Pork piccata. If you know what that is, let us know, because I don't actually know what it is. Anyway, that's what's for dinner / mom spaghetti. Moving on. Out and about. What have you been up to, baby bro?
Watching a lot of football, of course. Working out.
Yeah.
Getting my walks in. Not too exciting, but I do go on the internet and I find some fun things. So let me. I'm gonna throw some up here.
Yeah, well,
crap, it's
man, what was
spoiler.
up this weekend? The Buckeyes were off. The Bears were off. What'd you do as far as watching football? You just watch.
Dude, I
teams
watch
that
it
you
all.
would- What's that?
I watch it all. I'll watch
Yeah.
non-Bears games and non-Ohio State games.
That's fair. The team we don't like, the team up north, lost again. College football has been crazy this year. Like every week, there is some sort of upset. Almost like, I mean, yeah, I know it was a big deal because the Buckeyes fell to Oregon, but the Buckeyes were 2, Oregon was 3, and the Buckeyes lost by 1. It was hardly a blowout,
Okay, gonna share something on here. One of the
Yeah,
probably the
do
best
it.
thing I saw this weekend. So
Whoa!
what we have here, don't read the title because I'll spoil it for the people on Spotify, but we are at SeaWorld in a splash zone. What do we have? We have a little Shamu poo.
Oh!
What's he
What's
doing? He's
up?
splashing the people, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Gross. Did you get splashed by the poo?
That's not me, dude. I'm not going to SeaWorld.
Oh, I was like, were you serious? That has to be an old thing because I just realized they don't actually do those shows anymore, do they?
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
But for those of you on Spotify, I'll just re-describe what happens. Whoever's holding the camera, they're at SeaWorld. They're in the Shamu show. They're in the splash zone. And you see Shamu swim. He's still underneath the water. He swims by the audience, and he leaves a trail of poo. It's a dark
That's pretty
brown
gross.
cloud. And then he goes out of frame. And he comes back and he does a splash thing and splashes the poo water on everyone in the audience. I think I found that when I was watching football.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes Twitter is good
Oh,
once you
that's
skip through all
funny.
the political stuff and the racist stuff and all the other crap.
Oh yeah, look,
But
social media
another
guys.
another
You
thing I've
got to
been
know when to
following
keep
on
strolling.
Twitter. Another thing I've been following on Twitter. This is over the past few weeks. Is that this is kind of an example of when Twitter's been used for good. And the story is, and this is on video. So the Baltimore Ravens watched the Commanders play each other a couple weeks ago, which I think was a home game for Baltimore. After the game, some asshole Baltimore Ravens fan, big dude, was going around beating up
Oh, I
random
saw the
Washington
clip of
Commanders
this.
fans. So he goes up to two much smaller Washington Commanders fans who are just trying to get in their car because they're about to leave. And
They
he
had no
starts
idea what was
attacking
about to
them.
happen.
And he knocks out one of them.
He
And the
knocked
guy,
them out
there's a guy
cold.
that has that's holding the camera who's making comments, and the guy's trash talking him, as he's walking away. And it's just total garbage to see that people act this way. So
Yeah,
it went on Twitter.
It was an absolute bitch move.
It's been put on Twitter. People commented on it. People found his Facebook. People found his LinkedIn. People messaged his
Did see
employer.
that.
People messaged the Baltimore Police Department. A couple days later, or maybe it was a week later, I saw a tweet from the Baltimore Police Department showing a warrant for his arrest. A few more
Nice.
days later, picture of him being arrested.
Nice. Hell yeah. Look,
So don't be a
I'm
douchebag.
sure there are some of you out there are screaming like, that's bullshit. You ruined that guy's life. You know what? Don't be a piece of shit. Don't be a piece of shit.
Well,
If you're,
he knocked out one of those Commanders fans, so brain damage right there.
yeah, he physically assaulted another person who wasn't doing anything to him.
Multiple
Don't
people.
be a piece of shit. He ruined his own life. My own
Kind
opinion.
of something that happened a couple of years ago. Oh, I should have gotten pictures of it.
I mean, it
Let's see if I can
brings
find it.
to mind a saying that goes a little something like this: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Don't be a piece of shit, people. Don't be a piece of shit. I get upset too when my team loses. Doesn't make me want to go knock somebody out that's wearing the other jersey. It's stupid. It's a game. So, are you trying to show something? Because
I'm trying to
you
find
had
it.
it back.
I should have primed it earlier, but I totally forgot about it.
All good. All good. Do we want to keep going, or are you looking for something?
Yep. Hold on, I'm going to put it on screen. Ah, fuck.
Tell me when it's
Actually,
up so I can add
throw,
you.
throw my stuff back on screen.
Ba-boom.
A couple years ago, a movie called Smile came out. Horror movie.
What's it called?
And Smile.
Smile.
Horror
okay.
movie. And they this was 2 years ago. As a marketing ploy, they hired some actors, placed them in the play. They would send them to the playoffs, baseball playoffs, sat them behind home plate where they're going to be on TV a lot. Just had them smell creepily as their one of their
Weird.
marketing efforts, which I hear is actually a very cheap way to do it. I'm actually going to show one of them right here. That's one. So you see that he's just smiling creepily right behind home plate.
Yeah, I see him. That's wild.
There's another one. I remember her from 2 years ago. Just sits there within
Sits
camera.
there.
So she's on camera a lot.
She must have gone to a few of the games.
Well, the sequel came out this year,
Huh? Okay.
and they did it again. But watch what happens with this guy right here. Ah!
What do you do?
He's smiling. There's a foul ball that's hit backwards, and he breaks character.
he
But look at this
flinches.
girl behind, look at his partner next to him. She's a boss, dude. She does not break character.
She didn't break it all, huh?
That guy's like,
You go, girl.
I don't want to get hit by a freaking baseball.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. That's a good one.
That's a great, one of the best,
that
one of the
actually-
best marketing initiatives for a movie. And like I said, I heard it's actually pretty cheap to do it. And then you're gonna think, oh, it's a
Yeah.
playoff baseball game. It's gonna cost a shitload of money for tickets. Yeah, for you.
And think about what marketing actually costs. They bought somebody a seat two, what we'll call it 3 seats because there's 2 people there, and then some guy in the outfield with a high-powered camera.
No, that's.
Taking
I'm
that
pretty sure
video.
that's just a regular broadcast.
Oh, is it really? That even
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
So it was,
Someone edited to zoom in on the.
it was literally the cost of those seats, and they somehow got
You got
the-
9 innings.
the network to
9 innings of
zoom
marketing
in
right
on
there.
them. Yeah, that's cheap marketing for a movie that's about to get released in theaters. I would think, anyway. Good for you. That's some smart stuff right there, man. You know what that makes me think of? There was a documentary. I think it was on Netflix, and I cannot remember what it's called, but it was
Menendez Brothers.
No.
Tiger King.
No, nothing like that.
Michael
Nothing
Jackson.
stupid.
Touch his boys.
Nothing retarded like that. It was this dude that got charged with a murder, and he was found guilty and sentenced to life. Oh no, I think he was actually on death row, and he kept screaming like, "I'm innocent. I wasn't there. I was actually, at the Dodger game." But they did some timeline of where his phone was pinging, and they said, common sense would have told you if you're at the game, which they did ping his phone in the game, and then if there was no traffic, he supposedly could have gotten this all done. I think with the crowds of people, probably not likely, but I guess not impossible. So anyway, I wish I could remember what the name of it was, but Larry David was actually filming at the stadium the day that he said he was at the game and not committing a murder.
Oh, that was the
And-
TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was in like the earlier seasons, and just by chance, they got this guy on video at the game, which should have been during the time that the murders were being committed. So he was actually found guilty, and the appeal process, this all came out, and the guy finally got exonerated because he was at the game, and the only proof they had was, thankfully, Larry David's crew happened to be filming in the aisle that he was sitting in. So they were able to get, good footage, because they had multiple angles where there was a picture, but it was too grainy to prove anything. Luckily, Larry David, HBO, Curb Your Enthusiasm, using pretty good cameras, and they were able to make him out and prove that he, in fact, was at the Dodger game and not murdering somebody. So kind of a cool story. I wish I knew what the name of it was, because it's one of those feel-good documentaries. Not something stupid like Tiger King or what's the one with the gorillas. But yeah, pretty cool story. It sucks that he had to serve time on death row, but it was pretty cool that he was able to be exonerated and have the truth actually come out. So yeah, but speaking of court battles, I think we're going to get into a little bit of breaking to us news. And going back into the court battle, into the courtroom, somebody else has an accusation. P. Diddy. Somebody else is accusing him. Apparently, though, this one is the accuser claims that a professional athlete actually saved him from being sexually assaulted by Diddy. So the story is, this guy thought he was being invited to one of Diddy's parties because of a business venture. And, Diddy parties are Diddy parties, I guess. Drugs and alcohol. Diddy brought
baby oil.
Baby oil, yeah, lots of baby oil. Diddy brought this dude into his office, and this dude thought he was going to talk a little bit of business, and I guess Diddy started making advances, like dropping his pants and then grabbing this dude's genitals and I guess there was a lot of celebrities, and one of them being a professional athlete walked in, and this guy took off. So he
Did they say who the professional athlete was?
no, they just refer in the story. They just refer to him as professional athlete A or something like that.
Did you read
So
this former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch is being charged with child trafficking?
oh, that's cool. That makes a lot of sense actually.
So he was the CEO from 89 to 02. So back when Abercrombie said they
So-
didn't carry anything over a
Can
size-
you hear this?
Very faintly.
So another trafficker, the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, is being accused of child sex trafficking.
him and his partner?
Him and his partner.
Are-
I don't know if that means sex partner or business
Yeah,
partner.
like his husband, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
So he was the CEO, like, from, I think it said 89 to 2002. So back when Abercrombie, like, wouldn't carry a size extra large because they didn't want fat people wearing their clothes.
Yeah.
Or
There
really
was a
tall people.
documentary about it. Like, the employees were being, like, harassed about their appearance because they had to be, like, only the pretty girls were allowed to be on the floor. The rest of them were, like, kept in the stock rooms. So he was the CEO during all of those, like, multiple lawsuits. And yeah, I guess he was arrested yesterday, I think, in New York or New Jersey, him and his partner, for they were like the middleman of a sex trafficking ring. They were the ones that like found the little boys and lured them in. So maybe he was working for Diddy the whole time.
I wouldn't doubt that there was a connection there at all.
Just something I think.
Honestly, when you think about it, it makes sense. When you saw those catalogs, you're like, you know, those kids can't be older than 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, there's a really good
everybody-
documentary about it. It was like
Yeah.
the dark side of whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, I'm done. That was my 2 cents.
yeah.
So that brightened up
That's
everyone's
good.
day, I'm sure.
Thank you.
What's that, Alex?
That brightened up everyone's day, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know. Like, let's bring this down a little further. Let's go into
Another
some
news,
comedy.
there's probably murder out there that happened today.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. Diddy accuser allegedly saved by a pro athlete. All right. I got a better one for you. Trump got a job at McDonald's.
That was so fake.
Did you
dude.
see it? Of course it was
I saw all
fake.
that. If you go on,
Dude,
go
somebody
on
just
Twitter-
attempted to assassinate the dude. You think they're just going to let people, like...
you go on Twitter, you see people from the outside. They're like, "Yeah, they're doing rehearsals for the people in the drive-through right now."
Yeah.
And the
Are you
person
kidding me? That was
all the
100%
restaurants closed.
staged. 100% staged. And you know, if you saw it, like he held the fry basket and was like, McDonald's confirmed that Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's, so she's lying Kamala.
she's really in his head.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Well,
God.
in all fairness,
Well,
from
if she
what I'm
works at
reading-
McDonald's, I can work at McDonald's too.
From what I'm reading, I think she's actually losing in the state of Pennsylvania, but I don't know. You hear about so many polls, and
I don't trust polls. I'm like, who answered these polls? Are
Trump-
these like random phone calls that everyone ignores?
and especially when you hear Trump talk about polls, he's winning by a landslide in all of them, and all the real ones, right? All the other ones are fake. So
Yeah, they're
whatever.
When I hear
Anyway.
like non-Trump centric one, it's usually just they're neck and neck.
Yeah,
fine.
it's very close. It's
Also,
very
again-
close.
Who answers these polls?
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, former President Donald Trump went and worked a shift at McDonald's. I guess he was working on the fryer station, which is probably good because it gives him plausible deniability about being part of the other news that came out about McDonald's.
E. coli.
That's E. coli. Whoops, wrong one. E. coli. An E. coli outbreak being linked to quarter-pound hamburger patties.
Before we go to that, it's kind of funny when For some reason, I
Wanna go back to
still
Trump?
once again I still go on Twitter because I don't know why. It's just something I still do. But yesterday, so former President Trump, he posted a message on social media. I don't know if it was Twitter or if it was on his own personal one, that fake truth, or
Oh
whatever it's
yeah.
called. And he says that I bet McDonald's opens to an all-time high on Monday. And nope.
Nope.
It's kind of
Nope.
like you see the back and forth between left
As a
wingers and
matter
right
of
wingers,
fact,
because it opened below. And so the left wingers post that, and then it goes, it goes up and down. And the right wingers like, hey, it's up, it's rising. I'm like, no shit, it's a stock. It does that throughout the day.
it's McDonald's. It
It
rises.
goes up, it goes down.
It goes
and
up
then-
at lunchtime. It goes back
and then
down like after
And then
lunch.
Tuesday, it goes way down because of E. coli.
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually, as somebody who loves McDonald's, and to the point where I will eat it multiple times in a week.
Once again, this
I
is a
am
masterclass on how
probably-
to get diabetes.
Yeah, I am probably not going to McDonald's for a while, especially because I do like the quarter pounders. But nope. So yeah. So anyway,
If I
yeah.
go to
So
McDonald's,
this isn't
I'm
just
not
some
getting a
news
quarter
story.
pounder.
This is
I'm
coming
getting a
from the
double.
CDC, by the way. This is not just a news story. This is a like a warning put out there by the CDC about an E. coli outbreak potentially being linked to McDonald's quarter pounders. And this just came out today, actually. So start date 2020 or October 22nd. So today being Tuesday, the day that we record, by the way, because I just realized we release on Thursday. So sorry if that sounds off. But yeah, this is an active investigation, and from what I'm reading, McDonald's is not serving quarter pounders in several states right now.
Would you go there tomorrow to get fries?
No. Nope.
I wouldn't either.
Nope.
Well, I haven't been to McDonald's all year, but if I was going to McDonald's, this would keep me away for a little bit.
I do like going to McDonald's, and this is going to keep me away for a little bit. Yep. 100%. I'm probably not going to have, I might have a coffee. Just because, I'm in the car a lot. So I might have a coffee. But I'm probably not getting anything else. At least coffee's hot liquid, so if they fuck that up,
Maybe that kills E. coli.
the hot liquid is going to hopefully kill any bacteria. But yeah, if you look here on the right, fast facts, 49 cases so far, one death. And that's throughout 10 states. So yeah, if you want to read more on that, go to the CDC website. Looks like they have it all on there. So McDonald's, I guess they hosted. By the way, going back to the Trump thing, the McDonald's did say they agreed to the event, but also said but it wasn't an official endorsement of former President Donald Trump. So
That
on
McDonald's
and
restaurant?
especially the franchise owner, it was it sounds like a free publicity opportunity. He took it. Not hating him for that, but he did come out and say that just because they agreed to it doesn't mean. Well, I guess no. McDonald's corporate said they agreed to the event, but didn't say that they were endorsing former President Donald Trump.
I wish I would have saved the
Just to
story
be
because
clear on
there's a follow up to this where that particular restaurant, McDonald's restaurant, was identified and it is getting killed on Yelp.
Is it really?
And it's the stuff that it's not called to negatively bomb a restaurant, but the stuff they're posting was just funny as shit. I really wish I would have saved it. It was stuff like God. I remember one
You
of
know
them.
what though? Those are
The guy
people
that served me in the drive-through looks like a guy on Saw TV that was convicted of a felony. That's one of those. That's funny. But then there's one that was like, I got some McDonald's fries and it was covered in bronzer or something like that.
That's kind of funny. That's pretty funny. But I would say no reason to hate on the franchise owner. I mean, again, it was a free publicity opportunity. I'm sure he would have been open to it regardless of which presidential candidate it was, guys. So let's take it easy on the franchisee. Marketing is not cheap, and he was offered an opportunity that was very inexpensive to him and was going to get a lot of attention. So let's not hate on somebody taking advantage of an offer that was put in front of him. Okay? Just going to put that out there. Now,
Yeah, I love
if you're
elections.
afraid of E. coli, maybe don't order a quarter pounder. But
Or just
anyway,
go to McDonald's for a while.
I'm not going to McDonald's for a while. Alex, how long have you had your current computer?
I don't know. Maybe less than 2 years. Maybe
Okay.
2 years.
Are you on Windows 10 or 11?
I'm going to go and say 11. I could be wrong.
Okay. You might need to do some updates on that. In fact, I'm probably going to have to check on mine too, because apparently earlier versions of Windows 11 and then previous versions of Windows in general, 10 and earlier, there's a vulnerability that they're saying you need to get updated in the next 10 days, and this is as of the 19th. It was updated yesterday, but they're saying it's an update. Well, there are going to be certain organizations that are going to force this, that they need to update their Windows deployments in the next 10 days, or they're going to have to stop using those PCs. That's mainly for, oh, I forget what they, like, large organizations that have government contracts, I think, something like that. I don't know how that's going to affect home users like ourselves, but Trend Micro does warn that they recommend that you don't ignore it and you test and deploy this update quickly, because the vulnerability, I read this earlier and I already forgot all the details, but where is it? Anyway, it makes you vulnerable to cyber attacks, and they can steal information about you and other people from your computer because of this vulnerability. So they are really urging people to apply the update sooner rather than later. I think actually, in addition to this, I believe support for anything earlier than Windows 11 is going to be end of life in October of next year. So if you do have Windows 10 or earlier, around October 25th of next year, it's no longer going to be supported. If you need support, the only thing you can do is upgrade to Windows 11. So yeah, just take care of your technology. Speaking of technology, we harp on the Cybertrucks a lot. We don't like Cybertrucks. They're the Decepticons. They're the new age Decepticons. I think we found our new age Autobot, and that is the VW bus, because it's coming back, baby, and it looks cool. I like it anyway. This is from Car and Driver. It's obviously a tribute to the old school VW bus that they discontinued a long time ago. This is called the Volkswagen ID Buzz. Car and Driver tested it and calls it the bee's knees. Oh yeah.
Is it an electrical vehicle?
That's what I have. I meant to read this and I already forgot. We drive VW's new van, the long-awaited modern-day battery-powered reinterpretation of a revered classic. So, yeah, sounds like it's an EV. but it's kind of cool looking. I kind of like
It looks like a car, not a freaking rectangle that
It doesn't
moves
look like a
across the
skateboard
road.
ramp.
Yep. Doesn't look like
I
a
like
trash
that it-
can that's under road.
I like that it still kind of looks like the old school VW bus.
Yeah,
I want to read through this because I'm hoping it's more of like a hybrid that you can still run it on gasoline. Because that would make it very attractive. It just looks cool. Like if you're gonna drive a minivan, this thing looks pretty cool. Plenty of room. I feel like new age techies and old school hippies will love it.
Those are definitely hippies.
Those are definitely hippies. But this dude, well, I don't know. He kind of looks like Dwight Schrute, but but look at the inside of this thing. This thing's awesome. Everything folds
roomy.
flat. It looks like you can take the seats out. Looks comfy. Big screen. Look at that. I want to know from our audience, would you consider driving this? I know I would.
I would.
I think it's cool.
Free. I think I'd buy one. Unless
I
it
think
was
if the
really
price is
cheap.
right, I would buy one. Now, I will preface this with, we went on a trip last summer with some other friends. It was a road trip to one of Ashley's friends' weddings, and so there was, I think, 2, 4, 6 of us, maybe just 5 of us in a minivan. I'm the one who rented the minivan. Got a brand new, I think it was a Chrysler Pacifica, brand new. And we drove it all the way down to like the middle of Arkansas, and I was just like, this thing is pretty comfortable. Like, it's really nice. The interior is really nice. It's really well equipped, easy to get in and out of. Like I kind of like it. Like, I'm not a hater of minivans the way I used to be. I even tried to talk Ashley into considering a minivan instead of her the Cherokee that she got. She wasn't into that. And quite frankly, I don't know if I'm actually into a minivan, but I feel like I would be into this one. You know, good gas mileage, kind of stylish, like, you know, kind of fun especially for a minivan. I'm not getting rid of my Xterra by any means, but you know, I do need to get something that's a little more friendly on the gas mileage for a daily driver next year, and this would be kind of cool. I don't know. And when we both end up in, you know, Chicago or Ohio or wherever, bro, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, I don't see it picking up. It's not weird enough. Dude, you know what I found
like
out?
it. I think it's kind of cool.
Something it's kind of a tangent here, but I was watching Stephen Colbert, and they're talking about like slang for Gen Alpha. And people use the word Ohio as meaning weird.
What?
Yeah, I never heard of that. I actually
Weird?
I went on Google, and sure enough,
Weird, huh?
modern slang.
I was thinking maybe like very like vanilla, but weird.
No, vanilla doesn't mean weird. Vanilla means plain.
No, plain. Yeah,
Ohio
that's
means
exactly.
weird. According
No,
to
I know, but I
Gen Alpha
thought
shits.
if there was going to be like a slang definition or urban slang definition of Ohio, I thought it would have been more along the lines of like vanilla or boring or plain, not weird.
Well, there's always Indiana for that.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Sorry, Indiana.
But Ohio means weird. So there you go, kids. There you go, Gen Alpha.
I guess.
I'm not gonna speak like you.
Yeah. Bet. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at.
And kind of another state being used as slang. Michigan means cheat.
Well, that makes a lot of sense though, right now. Especially with
I just made it up
Current
now.
events?
I'm apparently.
Okay, I was like,
fetch,
I thought you actually read that. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
I'm trying to make fetch happen. So I'm going to make Michigan
Trying
equals
to make
cheat
what
happen.
happen? Fetch?
And make fetch happen.
Fetch happen.
It's from a movie that I never saw.
Like so fetch, or are you trying to have a new definition of it?
I'm quoting a movie that I never saw.
Well, it was from.
Mean Girls.
Was it Mean Girls?
It's
Or
from
was
Mean
it-
Girls. It's 100% from Mean Girls.
Oh,
Trust
was
me.
it?
Trust me, because I've never seen the movie.
I'll be honest. I
I
thought it was from.
I thought about seeing the remake, which I think is on HBO. Not HBO. It's on Max.
I have no interest.
I'm afraid if I watch that, I'm going to look at it and be like, well, I have no nostalgic connection to it, so it means nothing to me.
I'll be honest. I thought it was from the Alicia Silverstone movie.
As if. That's
Yeah,
it's Clueless.
That Clueless. Thank you. That's where I thought it was from.
Anything come out of that movie other than As If, as far as slang?
As if. I don't know. I feel like some things have, but they've probably
They disappeared. Through the decades.
faded into history along with Alicia Silverstone.
I see her pop up every once in a while. She's
Oh,
much
yeah?
older now.
I bet she's still
She
attractive.
does like small stuff. She's not starring in movies or TV shows. I think she's like, I think she just enjoys not being famous anymore.
I bet, yeah, because
It's still being able to work and get money. Just be like, hey, and they're like, hey, look, Alicia Silverstone's in this movie.
remember how
Or
she
in this
came
TV
about,
show.
like being in the Aerosmith video.
Yeah. Dude, I have a fucking
Yeah.
toy of her from when she was in Batman and Robin.
Oh shit, I forgot she was in that. Speaking of Batman, it's showtime in the World Series, as in Shohei Ohtani, because the Dodgers are going to be facing off against the Yankees starting Friday in Game 1 of this year's World Series. How do you feel about that? How's it going out there in Dodger country?
Oh, best described with something I saw online that showed a map of the United States in each state. And it was pretty much indicating what each state wanted as a preference for winning the World Series. So, once again, you have the map of the United States. You look at the map key, you look at, which state or which color represents which team. Let's say a dark blue represents the Dodgers and a light blue. No, sorry, let's reverse that. A light blue represents the Dodgers, a dark blue represents the Yankees. So it shows New York colored dark blue. It shows Florida colored dark blue. It shows the bottom part of California colored light blue, and the rest of the country colored red. And you look, what does red mean? And it says comet strike kills everybody.
Well, I guess I understand that because Dodgers Yankees, that is the most common matchup in World Series
Sounds
history.
fake. It sounds like you're putting together a movie. You're like, it
They
just happens during the World Series. We'll just say the Dodgers and the Yankees play each other. Like, okay, you put a lot of effort into that, dude.
yeah. Wow, that doesn't sound like the most common thing. Well, in fact, it is the most common matchup in World Series history. This will be the 12th time the two franchises have met up and played each other for the World Series title. So, yeah. Now, you being a Southern Californian, are you rooting for the Dodgers or are you rooting for the Yankees?
I'm rooting for the Comet.
You're rooting for the Comet. Okay, fair
I
enough.
don't like either of
enough.
these teams.
So, my thing is, yeah, I don't like the Yankees. I don't mind the Dodgers. I'd like to see Shohei win because, best baseball player in the world, quote unquote, looks like us. So I think that'd be cool. But
Japanese
also,
people and Filipinos are very different, by the way. Just for the people out there.
yes, right. You know what I mean, though. But also, I'm still an Anthony Rizzo fan.
Oh, damn, he's there.
And I think it would be cool if he won another World Series ring.
I'm probably going with, I want Rizzo to win another ring. I don't care about being the Yankees. I say Rizzo.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of leaning that way. I don't know. Rizzo holds a special place in my heart because
He caught the final out.
he caught the final out. He helped end the curse for us, and I'll always love that team. That is my favorite sports team in all of sports history. The 2016 Chicago Cubs, my favorite team. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm leaning toward wanting wanting Anthony Rizzo to win, who happens to be a Yankee. So therefore, I think I'm rooting for the Yankees, but I don't think I will be disappointed to see Shohei win one.
I really
I know
like sad LA fans though.
it's kind of like the battle of the two evil empires. You know what I mean? If there was another evil empire outside of the Yankees, it's definitely the Dodgers. I feel like anyway.
Their fans are crap. Not all of them. They just been known to be. Earlier we talked about the Baltimore Ravens fan that's now in jail, but it was a few years after I moved here when right outside Dodger Stadium after they played the Giants.
Is that when they killed the Giants fan? They beat the crap out of him?
No, they didn't kill him. They put him in a coma right outside the stadium.
Jesus, dude.
That's kind of like one of the reasons why I really don't like the Dodgers.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess to me that's the exception as opposed to the norm. I think there's plenty of just perfectly fine.
It's not
fans.
unrare though. It's more common than you think. I think they kind of cooled down over the past few years. Since that happened, they kind of toned it down because they probably increased security, but still, it's LA fans.
Well, that's too bad because I don't hate the Dodgers. Like I like Freddie Freeman. Obviously, I like Shohei. I like Mookie Betts. I even like Dave Roberts, the manager. But if the fan base is like that, that's disappointing. I would be disappointed if that was my fan base. Anyway, whoever you're rooting for, good luck to both teams. I hope it's an exciting series. I'm a baseball player as far as growing up in the sport I played, so I'm interested. Just rooting for a good series, and probably won't be disappointed whoever wins. So,
in other LA sports news, first ever father-son duo play together in the NBA.
Oh,
in an actual regular season game.
That gets categorized in the shit I don't care about. Because, look,
which is more fake? LeBron's son playing with him on the Lakers or Donald Trump working at a McDonald's?
I mean,
this is an actual real game. I guess this is more real.
Yeah, but
you're gonna send him to the fucking G League.
My question is,
the G League.
Does Bronny actually get drafted at all if his dad isn't LeBron James?
No.
Like at all. I mean, I know he went in the second round, but
there are better people on his team. Clearly better people on his team, but they didn't get drafted.
Let's say, does he get drafted at all if his dad isn't LeBron James? Does he even make the D League if his dad isn't LeBron James? So, yeah.
I don't know what's on the G League. I don't know what qualifies there. I think it's just, hey, you want to play? Okay, here you go.
It's the minor league of the NBA.
Yeah, but did they have any like quality checks? Did they actually look at these players and they're just like, yeah, go on the court?
Every once in a while,
serve some Gatorade to people.
No, what's his name? Jeremy Lin started in the D League, I believe. I could be wrong about that now that I think about it, but I actually knew a guy when I went to Wright State. One of the guys I knew on the basketball team there, he got signed into the D League in the NBA. His brother played in Europe. I remember his brother coming back. I was like, "Are you not playing anymore?" He's like, "No, I'm done. Come back in staying in the States. He's like, it's too much. I've got tired of it. But I'm like, oh, okay. Like, is it not very much money? He's like, no, it's good money. Like, I think he was playing in Turkey.
Oh, wait, is this new?
What's that?
Speaking of LA sports, Fernando Valenzuela just passed away.
Oh, no, really? That is legit breaking news, I think. Let me see if I can find that story really quick.
Posts were within the past half hour.
Fernando Valenzuela. Oh, man, yeah, I guess so. ESPN's got it up as of, minutes. This says 10. Oh, so in the last hour, 10:59. Here, I'll put this up.
He was not that old. 64?
63 years old.
Or 63.
Dodgers legendary pitcher Fernando Valenzuela dies at 63. Oh, man, that's sad. Well, golly.
That's a name from my childhood.
Yeah. And he was very young when, that was what, 1986? I think he was only 20 or 21 years old. Well, shoot. That's sad. Well, rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela. Man, I wonder if the Dodgers are going to have a angel in the outfield for them this year.
No, they're in Anaheim.
That's kind of weird. I'm actually wearing Shohei Ohtani's Angels shirt right now. I don't know if you can see that. Pan down a little bit. Oh. Angels. Yep. Not that anybody cares, but yeah.
I can't wear any other baseball shirt unless it says Cubs on it.
I got it for Halloween because it was easy. I have plenty of like baseball clothes because I still play a lot of softball, so I got the shirt and hat, and I was Shohei Ohtani for Halloween.
I'd consider wearing a White Sox Frank Thomas jersey, or a Bo Jackson one.
I'm going to stick with the Royals Bo Jackson jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, no, wouldn't do that.
Anyway, rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela. Thanks for the memories. If you are an angel in the outfield for the Dodgers, well, you've earned a place out there with them.
That's also not your position. You belong in the pitching mound, not the outfield.
What's that?
He belongs on the pitching mound, not the outfield.
That is true. Hey, maybe he's an angel on the pitching mound.
On the mound?
I don't know. Or a Dodger on the pitching mound.
That didn't sound as good.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like you're avoiding something, Dodger.
Right. That's true. All right. Alarm went off a couple minutes ago, which means we are past time. So it's time for us to hit some closing thoughts. Alex, lead us off.
Yeah, since I'll be going to bed soon, I'd say go to bed with a good laugh. I'm gonna be watching some late night comedy. Probably gonna see what you have going on Kimmel and Colbert, Fallon, Myers, Daily Show. It's kind of like my normal now. I just cycle through those. Just the opening monologue.
Okay, I don't really watch those shows anymore, but yeah, the monologues are usually pretty good.
Opening monologues.
I would say we are inside of 2 weeks for the presidential election. If you travel a lot for work, like I do, you might want to consider getting an absentee ballot and submitting your vote that way so that you can make your vote count.
I voted over the weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, I mailed it in.
Okay, yeah. So
I filled it out last week, and then I stopped by the mailbox.
You didn't have, is that considered an absentee ballot or just a mail-in ballot?
I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway, it's considered that I voted ballot.
If you aren't going to be able to make it to the polls, consider doing what Alex did. Get a mail-in ballot, absentee ballot, whatever the case may be. If you make the active choice to not vote, that is your prerogative. I will say that as somebody who has not voted in previous elections, I have gone in with the mindset that I am going to accept who wins, and I cannot complain about who the president is if I do not make my voice heard through the voting process. So, take those thoughts for what you will. If you have enjoyed our show, please consider leaving a comment, liking the episode, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when our new episodes come out, and so you can share ideas with us. If you like to do that more anonymously, you can always email us at gagepodcast@gmail.com, and we will take ideas, corrections, articles you'd like for us to cover, or pictures of mom's spaghetti / your dinner. Anyway, I think that is about it for today. We are just over an hour, and I think it's about time we sign off. So thanks again for joining us for yet another episode of the GAJ Podcast. Be good, everybody. We will see you next week. Adios.
Go Bears!
Well.